All you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke,
Yeah, hey, well, we can hold a peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Real gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Second global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest in. I'm tired of niggas, they frontin' they blessings. They want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. You really have people fooled out here, don't you? When are you peasants gonna learn that you can't pretend to be a king? It ends today.
Stop eating so much. You don't need to eat all the time.
You have the right to remain fat.
Whoa! You gonna fuck on me? Nobody's gonna fuck on you! Oh! What the fuck was that?
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight! got hairy legs.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 20 hundo and 50 schwam of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gaincast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 flexing on all you beaches. Let's get them all going. What's going on, fam? How are we doing? Drop in the comments down below. What'd you smash today? Or what art thou going to smash? It is Fuck'em Friday. It is the day in which we delete, unfollow, we unfriend, we unassociate with jabronis and jabbernets, people that are not feeding us, that are not driving us forward, that are not in our best interest. This is the epitome of pillar number 1 of the 7 pillars of Swolenormous. You could download your free copy over there at swolenormousx.com, but tightening up that circle, making sure that you are mowing your lawn, make sure you're taking out the trash, make sure you're cleaning shit up. It is our weekly Swole cleaning. So let's get a round of applause for Fef. Everyone loves some good Fef. Let's get some gorillas for Fef. So you could drop in the comments down below, what did you do? Or what are you doing? What have you done? What will you do to celebrate Fef today? And of course, this can be done every single day. It should be done every single day. It should be done deliberately. It should be done diligently. And you should always be focusing on tightening up your circle and focusing on your community. But today is just another reminder to do so. So before you do anything else, make sure you hit that like button. We are live on every platform that you can imagine. Wherever you want to watch the live stream, you can. Check out all the links over there at thedailyswole.com. And of course, make sure you're banging your ear holes on your favorite podcast app. And those of you that are listening on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts, make sure you pause right now and leave us a review and write a review. It means a lot, and it helps if you share the podcast, and it helps with distribution. The more reviews, the more positive reviews, the more likely that Spotify and Apple Podcasts and these kinds of other audio platforms will suggest the Daily Swole to other people. And wouldn't that be nice if everyone else was like, oh, what is the Daily Swole? You know what? Maybe this person would like to bang their ear holes with some knowledge cock. Maybe. You never know. You never know. You never know. One can hope. Can you imagine? If you see one of those instead of recommended, you might also like. Can you imagine if the app was, you seem to like knowledge cock, you might also like the Daily Swole. You like knowledge cock. I can tell you like knowledge cock by what you're listening to on this app. You might also like the Daily Swole. All right, so share the podcast. That helps the most if you share it with people that need some knowledge cock in their ear holes and that need to make some sick fucking gains. That being said, let's get into today's episode. We have a great one, as always, and I am looking forward to it. We got some gnarly balls deep posts, and of course we'll take some questions in the knowledge cock portion, and we got some great SwoleFam posts to kick us off. Let's get into the tip today, but first we got to bust the nut open. So let's give a little bit of a shout out to people that are watching live. What's up, Michael? Roundtable last night was fire. Thank you, good sir. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for showing up and for the great input. I'm glad your surgery went well. You're doing fantastic. So the roundtable is available right now. It's currently up inside Swole TV, so you can catch the replay. And it was awesome. It was like a 2-hour rant. We're talking a lot about politics and social stuff, and we were getting some good input from around the world. It was great. You never know what the roundtable is going to bring. And it brought a lot of was very centering. It was very centering. It was great to have that conversation. It was great to spread some common sense and logic, and it's always great. It's always great to chat with all of you and hear your voices and really have some back and forth conversation. And for everyone else to hear other members of the SwoleFam, not just listening to me rage into a microphone, but to actually converse with one another. So absolutely fantastic as always. So continue to catch those replays if you're brand new inside the SwoleFam. Again, all those details, swolenormousx.com. You can catch all the previous roundtables. And let me tell you, those roundtables, they do not get dated. They do not get dated. If you listen to one from 2 weeks ago, from 2 months ago, it's not going to be, oh, well, that was 2 months ago. It doesn't have any relation to today. They're all good because we have some amazing stories and amazing conversations, and they're always applicable. So make sure you go and catch those throwbacks too as well. All right, let's summon the Falcon and get into today's Mancast. Clear my throat a little bit. Gotcha, Falcon. Gotcha again. Put some respect on it.
USA, greatest country in the world.
All right, we got a solid FEF card today. We went old school. We went old school today. We got some FEF, so drop that FEF in the comments down below. So if you win today's Swole card, guess what? You'll look at that card, it'll say FEF, and you will remind yourself, like, I gotta fucking ditch this shit. Oh, that was good. I needed that one. Yeah. I'll give it a 10.
10! A 10! A fucking 10!
I'm just kind of heating up. I just did a cold plunge a little while ago, and it was like, it's delayed. I did it. I was out in the sun a little bit. I made some coffee, and I'm like, ooh, I'm getting a little chills, so I'm feeling good. A 7? Not bad. Aw, Sarah and Maddie, love hearing the anthem every day. It makes me happy. Goddamn right. Goddamn fucking right it does. Damn right it does. Makes me happy too. We got a 6. We got a 9.2. Mike being generous today. Thank you so much, good sir. Cerny, the French judge, with a 6. Give me a fucking break. It wasn't that bad. A 10. A fucking 10. Jeremy, my goodness. And Kathleen, a 7. Nicole, a 9.6. That's a solid start. I will absolutely take it. All right, fam. We got to get into that tip because we got some great SwoleFam posts. We'll take some questions. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about when we get to some thick veiny knowledge cock. But first, let us get into that tip. Moisturize. Yeah. Babe. Just an inch. It's cold outside. Come on, Justin. It's always Justin. Just an inch. All right. Too soon? Nah.
What's in the box?
It's not too soon. All right, here we go. Christian, first post from Christian. Upper yin 3 is just lovely. If you are feeling tight or tense in your neck or shoulders, this is the yoga flow for you. Indeed. How many of you are doing yoga today, and what class are you going to choose? There's so many classes. I believe we have, oh my God, I believe we have like, what, 220, I think it is 220 or 230 classes in the yoga studio. It's absolutely fucking unreal. So Upper Yin 3 is highly recommended by Christian. Go and check it out. I believe that's, was that the one that we released on Monday, this past Monday? I have to check my records. but that might be the newest class. That might be the new class from Alex that we released on Monday. That might have been this week's class. There's just so many goddamn classes. I can't even tell sometimes. All right. Let's see. Mike. Mike was showing some pictures. My goodness. So he was responding to Sarah in the Telegram chat, and Mike was writing, "Great job, Sarah. Keep kicking butt. Never be afraid to share with the SwoleFam. Here was a little before and after from my journey." And this is unreal. I do appreciate all of you that are all of you that are listening to the show. A lot of you are not able to watch it live or watch the video, but my goodness gracious, if you're not seeing this picture, Mike, this is actually an after and a before. You can tell that the before is on the right and the after is on the left. But keep on sharing. Like Mike was saying to Sarah, keep on sharing, put yourself out there, share. Whether you're struggling, whether you're having a success. I mean, the SwoleFam is here for those successes, to pat you on the back and be like, keep on fucking going, keep your head on straight, and just keep staying focused. We're here for you when you hit those plateaus or those rough patches where you think nothing's going your way, nothing's kind of following through, nothing's getting me where I need to go. Everything you do just feels like you're just staying in the same spot. You're treading water. We all have those moments. And we're there for you when you have those moments when shit goes south. And you have to get back on the pony. So it happens. You're going to have those ups and downs, but the SwoleFam is here for you every step of the way. Let's get some biceps and gorillas. Oh my God. If you're listening to the show, everyone's just looking at you weird because you're just constantly going. Fantastic. Mike's a beast indeed. Absolute monster. All right. Next post we got from, let's see, Nicole. Good morning, fam. Fef is here. It absolutely fucking is. It's absolutely here.
I don't know how to put this.
Oh, it's here, baby.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Oh, it's here. Well, I'll know soon if I will be going to the fucking gym or going to have to do something at home today. Damn neutral start switch on my truck is being a beesh. And screws drivability extra hard. The starter yesterday was just extra icing on that cake. Vomit emoji. But luckily I'm off for 4 days after today, so I have time to get the new one in. Just hoping to get the current one to work a bit for me, to not rely on my parents for wheels for work this afternoon. Oh my God, that's fucking bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Well, at least you do have family around that can kind of give you a lift, or you know, you borrow the car or something like that just for 1 day, but car problems are no fun whatsoever. So I hope that you are staying focused like you are. Look, I don't know if I'm going to be going to the gym or going to be doing something at home, but guess what? Guess what she's doing no matter what? She's fucking getting it done. If you're going to the gym is at home today for you maybe. Maybe the gym's at home today, but you're still getting it done. So get off your ass and go to the fucking gym, right? Get that shit in. Get it, Nicole. Get it, Nicole. Get it.
My name's Forrest Gump.
You're not Forrest Gump. I just felt like hitting the Forrest Gump. Don't worry about that. Don't worry. You're good. You're good. You're more of a Lieutenant Dan, getting it fucking done no matter what.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, Lieutenant Dan. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, Nicole. All right, Sarah. I just wanted to share with you all, as of today, I've officially lost 25 pounds. Everyone, we're just breaking the soundboard for the SwoleFam, for the tip. We're breaking the soundboard. 25 pounds. That was my end of the year goal, and I crushed it. I still have 75 more pounds to go until my final goal, but I am stoked so far. Everyone drop some biceps and gorillas in the chat for Sarah. That's fantastic. 25 pounds. And there aren't too many things more satisfying than hitting that number. And if that's like what you're aiming for, that's what you wanted at least, okay, by this time. Yeah, that's a reasonable goal. It's important to set goals, but also to keep them realistic and understand that this is a long-term journey. So you're not resting all of your success and all of your self-worth and all of your, energy and high mood and your satisfaction on that number. I mean, obviously she has more to go. And even after losing 75 more pounds, 100 total, that's not the end of the road. So understanding that those are just checkpoints, right? Those are like little little places where you can be like, okay, I stamped that, I got that, but now you're pursuing it for a lifetime. But it's very satisfying. There aren't too many more things that are satisfying than aiming for something and fucking crushing it. All right, we got one here we got a lot of great SwoleFam posts today. Of course, it is Fef. We got this one from Sean. So much yes right here. Let me just zoom into the chat and then we'll show the picture. It's been a long road of recovery with all the BS I've gone through, injuries, mental road bumps, but I've been at it still. So happy I got this Swole card in the mail. Like Papa says, fuck your motivation, stay disciplined. But it doesn't hurt to have some motivation when you're feeling down on yourself. Thanks, fam. You got it. So we got, oh, there was a burp there. We have This Is When People Quit card. And in the background, you see the NASM and AFAA. I'm assuming, I don't know if you're signing up for it or you're getting your certification or you got your certification, but that's fucking great. This Is When People Quit. What a great card. You got your Swole variant sticker. Well done, Sean. Well done, good sir. And oh my God, we have a Christy Mayberry post from Shane. You get it? You get it if you're part of the SwoleFam. If you're part of the SwoleFam, you get it. You get it. You get it. All right, Shane, what a weird month. I just rejoined the SwoleFam. I have had some issues on and off the last few years, and even until the last few days with toxicity and fighting huge sections of my BPD, borderline personality disorder. With an awesome therapist, I've been able to identify some things to focus on and work on impulse control. My therapist wanted me to come back into this and told me, treat this like a fresh start and like you've never done this before. So my goal, actually my drive, is to be as healthy as I can be mentally, emotionally, and physically. Thanks, Papa Swolio, for letting me come back with open arms. Of course, dude. Time to capture a fire like never seen before for the fam. I go December 21st to start a new membership at a powerlifting and strongman gym. Love the atmosphere, but already talked to some guys there, and they are so supportive of what works. I won't be able to skip workouts without being hunted down with that crew. LOL. Hunted down? Savage. Papa Swole, you told me long time ago, folks with true diagnoses for mental health should focus on one thing at a time. This time, slowly clean up nutrition, but this 90-day dash starting will be not to miss a training day. Then I will focus on full nutrition. This is all through the therapist's guidance. Thanks, fam, for being so open. I'm so glad to be here and can't wait to put the work in so you can see the progress. I had done the 90-day dash and lost 40 pounds, sadly, after COVID and just fighting BPD, excuse me, and not getting help I needed. I put some of it back on. I put it and some back on. Current starting weight today is 342 pounds, but I promise I won't even be close to that on March 18th of 2022 when this is done. Be loyal to your future self. Well, all right, Shane. All right, Shane. So I guess that's when you're finishing up the 90-day dash. And of course, you're going to be losing some extra body fat, obviously. Even if you're not focusing 100% on your nutrition or you're focusing on one thing at a time, don't worry so much about the numbers there. Just a little, throwing that out there, throwing that little, knowledge cocklet out there. Because if you hold yourself again, you don't want to be dependent on the scale, because what if, you're going to be putting on some muscle, you're going to be changing a lot of things. It doesn't really matter if you're 332, if you're 302, if you're 350. I mean, you're not going to be going up in weight, but you know what I mean? Don't hang your hat on whether or not you are X amount away from that body weight, as long as you're creating those habits. Remember, like you said, you're dealing with your therapist. It's one thing at a time. It's execution. It's getting into those habits. It's, starting this fresh from the start. And I think if you had amazing success the first time, I have no doubt that you'll have amazing success the second time. And I think your therapist sounds fantastic. Sounds great. Really, really sounds like you have someone who's in your corner and actually helping you approach this the right way, systematically. And of course, you always have the SwoleFam. And of course, you're welcome back with open arms. Glad you came back. And I think even more importantly, you've been back, you've been out, you've been back in. you know, coming back and forth, but obviously been going through some shit, but you've never given up on yourself. And that's the most important thing. So keep on moving forward and we're here for you. And make sure you keep us posted. Don't just disappear and then post again on 3/18 and be like, oh man, fam, blah, blah. Post, keep consistent with posting and let us know where you're at every step of the way. We're here for you. We're here for it. We're here for it, fam. Let's see. Do I have a good soundboard for you? Let's see what I got here. Let's give him a little Rusty Spoon. Let's give him a spoon.
I like to caress Rusty Spoon.
Maybe like, I have a feeling like if you want amazing weight loss, maybe you should start, you know, caressing Rusty Spoons and all of a sudden you'll get like tetanus and you'll have body parts amputated and look, you'll lose tons of weight. You'll lose tons of weight. Get it? Get it? That got dark. All right, maybe don't do that. Anyone see a Rusty Spoon lately? I'm just coming to think of it. Just thinking about that soundboard. I haven't seen a Rusty Spoon and I don't know if I've ever seen a Rusty Spoon. I think because they just make them all stainless steel. You don't really get Rusty Spoons anymore. It's a good topic. I think we should dig into it a little bit more. All right, let's see. We got some Knowledge Cock now. Remember, we have some amazing specials going on for SwoleNormousX.com. We have a couple announcements. I didn't even mention this at first. It's Friday after all. We had our roundtable last night, but on Monday we have our accountability meeting. So another live call this Monday, December 20th at 10 a.m. So we'll talk new releases, and of course, we will have awesome SwoleFam posts. We'll have a great chat and ask any questions you want. This is a private meeting. It will start your week off right. Fantastic, like we do every single week. This Monday, December the 20th, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Mark your motherfucking calendars. And because we were just talking with Shane about him starting the 90-day dash again, and you know, we had a bunch of great SwoleFam posts, staying focused and staying on your game. It is the heart of Fuck Your Resolution season, and we're coming up very rapidly on December 31st, which is literally 2 weeks away, and 2022. So this is quote unquote a new start. Really, every single day is a new start. Every single day is an opportunity for you to get off your ass and make those changes and make those systematic changes and start chipping away at whatever habits you want to build. And we always talk about building those small habits, building them incrementally, adding to them over time. And it's really about being consistent. And Shane was just talking about, I want to be doing this every day. My goal, the 90-day dash, I'm never missing a day. I'm going to do it every fucking day. And that's really all you have to do. That's really all it's about. The 7 pillars are to be executed every single day. And you do them over time, and you hone them, and you hone your skills, and you develop, and you develop, and you develop. And that's how you get progress. You build those habits, and then you get better, and you advance those habits. And we have everything that you need inside SwoleNormous X. I can't even tell you everything that we have because it would take too long. Go and check out the website. We have the free downloads over there. We have all the breakdown on the membership page, what you get with each membership. And of course, you could join for less than $5. Just get into all the private meetings, get into all the private live streams, get into the private groups in the community, and then you can upgrade at any time. So it's a great place to start. And, you know, we are here for you and we have everything that you need. So the 7 pillars that most, you know, everyone that listens to this podcast, especially all the members that follow every single day, that's how you get results. And we have everything that you need to attack and to destroy each of those 7 pillars. So let's give a round of applause again for the SwoleFam. Got a lot of juicy burpees going on today. It's fucking fantastic. Fucking fantastic. Feeling good with that. Feeling good with that. Hadouken! All right. And a reminder, #FEF for a chance to win today's Swole card. We got a sexy beast right here. I know. I know, Falcon. Jesus Christ. I know.
Black eyes, like a doll's eye.
All right. Jesus Christ. This shit gets out of hand fast, doesn't it? It really goes off the rails really quickly. All right. If you got a question, we will take some for some knowledge cook. Make sure you drop in the comments down below. #AskPapaSwolio. And very, very happy to answer any questions if you got something live. We'll take one here from Facebook. Michael, Papa Swolio, what up? Hey, can I ask you a question? For sure. What do you think about the carnivore diet or a low-carb diet? I'm a big fan of low-carb. In terms of carnivore, you know, I've done stuff like that. In terms of keto or carnivore, similarly, like with the 0 carbohydrates, I'm not really a fan in terms of strength training. I don't think you need to be completely carnivore. It depends on how you're looking at it. Definitely animal-based, but if you're looking at it from more, I look at it from more of like a hunter-gatherer because I really eat mostly, meat, eggs, bacon. So I'm pretty much doing carnivore, but I also have some sweet potatoes, some white rice. I'll have some fruit. I eat fruit and stuff like that. So raw honey. So, I mean, it's not really pure carnivore where I'm only eating meat, but I feel much better. If I only go complete carnivore, it's just not optimal for my performance. I remember one time, like years ago, I did keto and it was really fucking me up for my weight training. I really did not feel good. I didn't feel ideal. So low carb, yes. Low, moderate carb, depending on what carbs you're eating. It's more about what carbs you're consuming. And definitely grass-fed beef, organ meats. A lot of people that do carnivore, they don't do it properly. They just eat steak all the time. And if you're just getting muscle meats, you're not getting all the nutrients that you need. You got to be adding in beef liver, get in some bone marrow, get in, hard kidney, pancreas, spleen, either with a supplement or with, whole foods. So you really need to do nose to tail if you're doing carnivore, even animal-based. Don't miss out on those super nutrient-dense foods. And if you have to choose one organ to consume, go with beef liver. Beef liver and bone marrow are my go-tos for like every single day. Beef liver is nature's multivitamin, and you don't want to be, in my opinion, you don't want to have any diet without beef liver. Do I have any advice for an over-the-road truck driver? You're more than welcome. Lots of advice or ideas if you have a question. In terms of what? In terms of nutrition, in terms of training, in terms of we have a bunch of truckers in the SwoleFam. So if you have any specific questions about it, happy to answer. Whether it's like meal preparation or things like that. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Marissa, what is the name of the product you said to fry the eggs with, and where can I buy it? Fry the eggs? You might have misheard. You may have misheard me. The product? I don't understand what you mean. You mean like the substance? Fry the eggs, or cooking it like beef tallow? Is that what you mean? I cook with beef tallow. I cook the steak with beef tallow. I'll cook eggs with beef tallow. If I cook eggs, I sometimes feel like I get gassy when I cook the eggs. I try with different styles. I try scrambled. I try over easy. I love over easy eggs, but I feel like that tends to kind of get me. But strangely enough, if I just drink raw eggs, I don't have a problem. Figures. It's like my body just wants things raw. It's like, okay. Papa Swole, is refined coconut oil okay to fry eggs? I wouldn't consume anything refined. Unrefined coconut oil, Dr. Bronner's makes a good coconut oil. I would definitely look into either grass-fed butter or ghee or beef tallow. Personally, I would recommend that if you can. Coconut oil is not a bad alternative, but I'm honestly not sure exactly what the refining process is, but I would always opt for things, unrefined when possible. Sean, Papa Swole, if you don't like organ meat, what supplement do you recommend? You don't like organ meat? You don't like... Come on, get yourself some beef liver, fam. Come on, Sean. The ones that myself and the SwoleFam we like to use are either Heart and Soil or Ancestral supplements are great. You can check my Amazon store. links.papasolio.com. But those are some good ones. And there are a bunch of different brands out there. Just make sure if you don't opt for those, or if you choose something else, make sure it's grass-fed and grass-finished. That's the most important thing. Nick, you need to get the Venom soundbite of him saying pancreas, liver, kidneys. So many tasty snacks, so little time. I've never seen Venom, so I don't really get that reference. I know the movie. I mean, I know I've seen clips and stuff. It sounds like a good soundboard. I might jump on that. Good call, man. Good call. Yes, beef tallow. Beef tallow is my shit. Jen, my 4-year-old gets mad booty gas with scrambled eggs. All right, booty gas. Me too. Not with scrambled eggs. I don't know. I've kind of stayed away from cooked eggs. I like them. I tend to kind of get like, I don't know, something about it. I'm still trying to figure out the preparation method. But when I have them raw, I don't really recognize any issues. All right, let's see. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's take some questions. We got a couple more, got a little more time for some questions. Let's see here. We got one from Mike Ziroli. Papa Swolio. Let's see, hold on. There we go. I'm a hard gainer. What foods do you recommend for mass building? Well, I see in your profile picture, it looks like you're at a club or something drinking. Are you holding a drink? You holding a drink there, Mike? You drinking? You boozing? What foods do you recommend for mass building? More of them. More of them. You know, this is one of the things when it comes to, quote, hard gaining. You're just not eating enough or you're training hard enough. You need to eat more. Bulking is hard. You have to eat a lot all day long. You have to eat when you're full. You have to eat. Oh, you're not hungry? You don't want another bite? Cool. Eat another sweet potato. You need to get the calories in. So you need to eat more. It's not what foods, it's more of the foods that work best for you. So I would still recommend doing an elimination diet and figuring out what foods work best for your body. And then you have to eat more of them. And I would recommend multiple meals a day because you have to spread around these calories and you don't want to be sluggish and bloated trying to eat 1,000 calories at a meal. So if you're trying to eat 3,000 or 3,500 calories a day, spread out over 5 or 6 meals. Think about that. You're eating 6 times a fucking day. If you're eating 3,000 calories a day, 6 times a day, that's 6 times a day, 500 calories. You're eating all the time. It's a job. It's a job. That's why most people don't bulk well, because they're not eating all the fucking time. All the fucking time. All the fucking time. All the fucking time. Marissa, I am a member of SwoleNormus X. However, just curious why you don't have a join option on YouTube. I don't understand. Why would I have a join option on YouTube? I don't do memberships on YouTube because I'm not going to provide any kind of bonus content on YouTube. I might have a join button. You can support the cast, but I would rather send people over to SwoleNormus X so they can support the show, and I don't want to give money to YouTube. Like, people have YouTube memberships, but like, I mean, we have our own platform. Fuck YouTube. I can have one and you can support the show, but it's like, why not just support the show by joining the fam? And then it supports everything. That's why. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'd rather not support YouTube or do anything like that, personally. All right. Let's see. Bilal Abi Haidar. That's a name and a half. Can I have hair like yours for Christmas? I don't think so. Just because I don't think that's how it works, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Let's see. Marissa, I only asked because so many people have no content here and they have a join option. I'm still not sure what you mean. You mean so many people, like other pages, they have a join option, but they don't have content? Well, a lot of people use memberships. Like, they don't have their own site. They don't have their own platform, and they just offer memberships, and they'll do like private live streams or post, other additional videos or things like that. If I had a join button on YouTube, it would be some kind of like, private section on YouTube. And I'm not going to be doing that on YouTube. Unless you just want like a join button, like, hey, if you want to support and, get a membership that doesn't give you anything extra. I've thought about stuff like that, but I just don't want to put any more money in YouTube's pocket. And I'd rather create something off the platform that is independent of YouTube. Oh, I see what you mean. I get your point. Well, thank you, Marissa. She says, not as good as your content, I meant, and people are paying them so much money. I see what you mean. So in terms of other memberships, yeah, I've never seen, I don't know what other people do for their memberships. I know some people just have join buttons, and it just gives people, the ability to, I thought about that on YouTube because then you get like little badges and stuff like that. I thought about that. I thought that'd be fun. But, yeah, these are all possibilities and stuff like that. But, I don't like necessarily like, hey, click the join button. I'm not just trying to take money from people. Although, supporting the show it means a lot. And I just prefer to navigate people towards SwoleNormus X rather than YouTube. Yeah. Let's see. Waggo Lizard, Papa Swole, have you ever had issues with being super hard on yourself and not accepting your own success? Almost 90 pounds down and eating only good foods, but I can't see the change. You can't see the change? You can't see the change? You lost 100 pounds? You lost 100 pounds and you can't see the change? How can you not see the change? A lot of times people will just being super hard on yourself. Yeah, all the time. You don't have perspective. You don't have perspective. You're looking at yourself in the mirror every day. You're looking at yourself, on your phone, or you're doing a selfie or something. You're always seeing yourself. You're always around yourself. It's like watching paint dry or, a teapot boil. You don't notice those little incremental changes. That's why when you lose 90 pounds, you're like, well, I kind of don't see results. And then someone that hasn't seen you for a year is like, what the fuck? What's wrong? What happened to you? You look like you're a different person. They don't recognize you. It's because for them, it's like a light switch. It's night and day. So, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is just you being in the middle of it. It's like also a relationship, for example. You're in a shitty relationship, for example, whether now or in the past, and then someone else is like, you got to break up with him. You got to break up with her. Are you crazy? Why are you getting back together? And you're like, oh, well, when you're in the middle of shit, you don't get the perspective. And then sometimes you look back on prior relationships or decisions that you made years ago, and you're thinking, what the fuck was I thinking? Jesus, you wish you'd go back in time and slap your younger self across the face. So you don't have that perspective from being in the middle of it. That could be part of it. Could be part of it. That's fantastic. 90 pounds down. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's why it's great to do objective measurements, because look, 90 pounds down. Yeah, there's probably body dysmorphia there too. You never think it's enough and you're still not happy with yourself. But that's why it's great to do those kinds of measurements too, because objectively, 90 pounds, fuck, 90 pounds. That's huge. That's absolutely amazing. Yeah, Peaceful Bandit, take pictures. It's small changes over time. That's why pictures are great, because you can't fake a picture. You can't go back and undo a picture. That's the way you looked, and that's the way you look now. Wow, look at that. And that's how some people might see you, or they do see you if they haven't seen you for a year. It's night and day. You're welcome, Wax. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your time and dedication. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here every day. Michael, X is great value. Nothing like getting a huge ROI for your health. Damn straight. Trying to make it better every single day and every single week with new releases and developing it little by little. So thank you so much. Hey, couldn't do it without you, fam. Couldn't do it without you. We're all in it together. So we're all in this journey. Oh my goodness. So yeah. I'm sure a lot of people have those membership pages. Yeah. Well, a lot of people, look, again, because I see more comments, a lot of people have those membership pages. Like I said, they don't have their own website. They don't have their own platform. And no one's doing what we're doing inside X. No one has the depth of content and the range of content. No one has the amount of just forget the sheer volume, but the depth and the logic and the direction and the interaction between all these different platforms. So the SwoleFam and SwoleNormus X is a literal web it supersedes any of these platforms, but it utilizes and it milks these platforms for what they're worth, and we maximize it. We use them, and but we're not dependent on them, which is important. And people that have, let's say, massive YouTube channels, they have millions of followers, fine. And they have join buttons, sure. But YouTube's taking a massive cut. And if YouTube's like, no, you're banned, boom, you lose everything. You lose everything. You don't have any of that data. You don't have any connection to those payment processes. You don't have any connection to those people. And if you're only on YouTube and you lose your channel or something happens where they change the payouts, they change something legally, they stop distributing your content to as many people, then you lose out. You lose out. And, that's vulnerability. And some people will be a victim to that. Some people won't, but I'm not even going to give myself the opportunity. Everything's about protecting vulnerabilities. If YouTube shuts down, fine. We'll stream on Rumble. We'll keep streaming on Odyssey. We'll keep streaming on Facebook. Facebook and YouTube shut down, fine. We'll keep streaming on Twitch and Rumble and Odyssey. Everything shuts down, then okay, fine. I'm streaming it privately on the website. It's just, it's being invulnerable. It's having backups on backups and redundancies and making sure that, we're so deeply rooted. It's kind of like one of those pictures where you have an iceberg. What you see on the surface, on the public channels, you have like a little peak, a little bit of an iceberg coming out the top, but it's the massive roots underneath. It's the massive ice underneath that people don't see. It's a little tiny bush on top of the ground, but then underneath you have 10 miles of roots, and that's what's most important. Depth, not width. Go deep. Go deep. Marissa, if someone watches the podcast, they should at least join the $4.99 option. I borrowed money to join, LOL, so I know it's not easy. Oh, that's so sweet. Not judging anyone, just a suggestion to keep the podcast going. Well, that's the thing. We used to have, we still have the Daily Swole Club to support the podcast, but that's the thing. Being a part of the SwoleFam doesn't matter with any membership, with Unlimited, with SwoleFam, doesn't matter what level you're joining at. It all supports all the content. It supports the video creation. It supports the yoga classes. It supports the Daily Swole podcast. It supports everything. It really supports everything. So being a part of X is supporting all the content that's created, period. So let's give a round of applause. Let's give a round of applause for the fucking SwoleFam. And some gorillas, maybe. You never have too many of those. Yeah, Foodie Beauty has a channel membership. I'm sure everyone does. Can you imagine how much she probably pulls in from her fucking channel memberships? I can't believe people would pay that chick. It's kind of depressing, isn't it? It's kind of depressing when you're like, oh my God, there are people out there that give these people fucking money. They give them money. But, there's something for everyone. It just goes to show how many fucking people there are in this world. Well, since YouTube doesn't distribute my content anywhere and they barely let anyone that follows me know that I'm live and everything, it's like, fuck them. I'm not giving them another dime. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, Foodie Booty makes people feel normal, so they love her. Yeah, it's like why women watch soap operas. Like, oh my God, look at these people with miserable lives and all this drama. And they turn off the TV and they go back to their life, and it's like, it doesn't seem so bad. You watch Foodie Beauty for 5 minutes, you realize, oh my God, I am extremely healthy. I'm a marathon runner. I'm an Olympian. As you're sitting there eating Doritos. Okay, let's see. Former fatty losing. Let's take one more question or one more comment. Just came back from the fucking gym, but I'm curious on your thoughts on rest day. Where's this rest muscle and how do you train it? Yow. Rest days, active recovery. Do sauna, do some cold therapy, do some stretching, do some mobility work, do some yoga. I don't think you should be sitting your ass doing nothing. Go outside, get some sun, go for a long walk, go play basketball if you like basketball. Do something active. Do something active. You can hurt yourself a lot doing any of these things. You hurt yourself doing basketball or something, but go for a walk on the beach or go hiking, do something active. Make sure you're moving and, aiding recovery. And recovery is not just physical, it's mental as well. Meditation. So fantastic. Fantastic. Jeremy, Noah and I figure we'll have loose skin. Is there a way to avoid a large amount of it? I think it all depends really on your genetics, how much weight you gained, how fast you lose it, your nutrition alongside of that. I guess you could I don't know if there's any way to prevent it. I don't know if there's any kind of modality. I really don't, aside from, I don't know if any of the creams would help. If you have enough extra skin, it might just be kind of one of those things. I think from what I've seen, it's more about the pace in which you lose. If you lose a lot of weight rapidly, you might be more likely to have, it might be exacerbated similar to gaining it very fast. But I'm not sure if there's necessarily a way to prevent how much aside from surgery. I'm not sure if losing at a slower rate would be better for skin to recoil, because sometimes if you have extra, you have extra. If anyone else has any suggestions or personal experience with that, just from everything that I've seen from other SwoleFam members and from people in real life, it seems to be kind of like hit or miss almost. With some people that their skin kind of recoils, or maybe they didn't gain so fast, so they didn't have too much extra, or it didn't get stretched out as much. So I think it might depend on how quickly you gained the weight and maybe the elasticity of your skin and things of that nature. So I'm not sure if there's like a specific way to like, whoa, if I do this, it's not going to have as much extra. It seems to be kind of like on an individual basis. Yeah, I would say things like intermittent fasting. Yeah, intermittent fasting could be beneficial in terms of autophagy. I'm not sure how much that would help with skin elasticity and recoil and things like that. But intermittent fasting for weight loss and things and just overall health is fantastic. And I would also, make sure you're doing it at a slower pace, building muscle, training properly. All those things, combining all those things can be good. And of course, getting plenty of, collagen and those types of, nutrient dense foods that are very important for skin health. Let's see. I think many people look at Foodie Beauty like a slow motion car crash you can't help but watch. Yeah, no shit. Let's see. Thanks, Schmitty. Appreciate it. What's up, y'all? And Mr. Swolenormous. Mr. Swolenormous. So formal. You're killing it with consistency. Damn straight. Fucking 2,051 days in a row. Motherfuckers. SwoleFam represent. Let's see. Michael, I have some loose skin, but it pales in comparison to having extra mass. So you might want to check out that book, Obesity Code, recommended by Betty Ford. Betty Ford Galaxy. I'm reading a book called The Obesity Code, and it talks about that, where intermittent fasting helps with it. Interesting. Ali Lay. I lost slowly and have less loose skin than others, but I've heard increasing collagen intake can help. Excellent. So bone broth, bone marrow, those things can be great supplementing. Wago Lizard collagen, like from bone broth or supplements. I would always recommend getting it from the real deal. The thing is with bone broth, it's so amazing to help repair the gut in terms of leaky gut, in terms of just like any kind of intestinal damage. It's just amazing. You get proline, you get glycine, collagen, especially putting in knuckle bones and tendons and things like that in your bone broth. So bone broth is amazing for everyone. I would always recommend getting the whole food. For example, I would recommend eating, getting grass-fed, grass-finished liver rather than taking a supplement. But of course, if you're traveling or you don't have access to it, it's definitely a good option. Like I have liver supplements too, in case for whatever I didn't thaw it, or it's not ready, or traveling, or I'm in a rush or something, and I can take some liver and have it ready. But I always would recommend getting the real deal first. Let's see, Michael, cut the weight in a healthy way and you can worry about the skin after you hit your goal. You are not going to know how much you have until you hit your goal, one day at a time. Indeed. It'd be nice if you can look into the future and be like, I wonder what's going to happen. Red Gorilla. What a great name. You're the best, Papa Swolio. Thanks for pushing the fam for betterment every day. SwoleFam is just what the world needs to push each other. Also, such good information. Thank you, Red Gorilla. Great name. Let's get some gorillas for Red Gorilla. Thank you so much. John, when it comes to loose skin, everyone is different. I have heard people lose an amount by fasting, but even that wasn't necessarily a complete loss. I'd go from within serious hydration, bone broth, etc. There you go. Wago Lizard. I love bone broth. My husband thinks I'm insane, but I absolutely love the fact the best butcher in Ireland and his cows are 400 yards from my house. Let's fucking go. Man, that's fantastic. 400 yards? That's literally down the street. All right, let's get into some balls deep content. We could be here all day, I think. Obviously, it's fucking amazing, but
That's deep.
We got to go deeper. Otherwise, she ain't going to be happy. Come on, just been teasing the whole time. All right, Maddie, last night I was looking at your old videos about having a plateau. Talk about some knowledge cock. Love how much your videos evolved. Thank you so much. Excellent. Fantastic. Yeah, we're all over the place. We evolve, we change, and you never know where we're going to go next. So people ask like, oh, what are you going to be planning for the next few years? Like, we're going to find out. We're still going. We're still going strong. We're censored heavily. We're censored heavily on all the platforms, big time. As much as we have almost 1 million followers on TikTok, but hardcore shadow banned. hardcore shadow banned, always trying to scrape for views over there, but doing my best. YouTube were completely throttled. All the channels are just completely like completely caged. The SwoleNormus channel is just, I don't know, put in a sandbox, like go play in the corner. It's like, okay. But I think honestly, I was having this conversation with, I think it was Mama Swolio, and was talking about how I think the deal is, I think because when I started posting on YouTube in 2016, I was so aggressive in 2016. Like it was aggressive. Like a lot of the videos are no longer online. I removed them because I'm like, these should not be on the internet. Like they were fucking hard. And like literal swears in the titles. Like I didn't know. It was just like literal, just like I would never put the word like fuck or whatever it is in the title of a video. And I think because I was going so hard from the start, I almost feel like my channel's like grandfathered in. Like almost like they went real. I almost feel like I was censored or flagged or put in a corner so long ago that it just kind of, it gets overlooked by algorithms. I think there's a benefit there that the channel is still online, but it just doesn't trigger censors. It just doesn't trigger shit because it was flagged so long ago. Like I'm in an old part of the system. Like my channel is stuck on a hard drive or something from like 2016. It's like stuck in this like basement room at Google or something. There's dust all over it. Like no one goes down. There's like restricted area. No one goes down there. It's all like old like Power Macs and shit like that still run like Windows 98. Yeah, I feel like I was in like the test group. Let's see how this shadow ban works. Oh, it works. And I was just forgotten. I really do feel, because the shit that we talk about on the show, I don't know how we're still on these channels. I really don't. I really, really don't. So yeah, I think there's pros and cons because it is public and people can find it. You just have to come and look for my content. So for example, on TikTok, I get messages saying, hey man, I haven't seen your posts in weeks on TikTok. Like I haven't seen your posts in weeks. Like, well, that's crazy. I post 5 to 10 times a day. So that sucks that you haven't seen my posts in weeks. They don't show my content. So, you know, some people, it's crazy. Some channels just promoted over and over again. They just get millions of views on every post and they have a fraction of the following. It's crazy. It's crazy how fast how much promotion, you know, these apps choose to give to people. And then, but it is what it is. You know, I'm not in control of it. So that's why the podcast is the most important thing to me, the audio and SwoleNormus X. And this is why I don't want to give any money to YouTube and promote that kind of shit and put tons of effort into it. Cause it's a fucking shit show. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't even know. I don't think it matters. Betty Ford says, you should remind people to check that they are still subscribed. Another channel I follow, YouTube, keeps unsubscribing people. Yeah, I know they do that. I mean, the thing is, if I remind people and they hear about it, that means they're still subscribed. Like if I let people know and they're not subscribed, they're not going to know. Yeah, it's crazy. Danny, I never see your posts on TikTok unless I search it. Right? It's like they show it to literally like 1% of the people that follow me. It's all right. I still, I don't give up. And I think, look, I want to say what I want to say. And honestly, I can't say the shit that I really want to say. I posted those, on Instagram, those clips that I post, those little mashup videos that are, from the show, the clips from the Balls Deep and stuff like that are really great. And they do great on Instagram. I don't know how these things don't get blocked on Instagram, by the way. But if I post them on TikTok, they get banned instantly. And each one I did on the SwoleNormus page, every time one started going viral, like they would boom, blow up and get 100,000 views, and then they would block it for bullying and harassment, or they would block it for, I don't know, violent content or some shit. So I can't even post it on TikTok. And if they allowed me to, like the page would have 10 million followers, no question about it, because they're hilarious videos and they're perfect for TikTok, but they censor it and they block it and they don't allow me to post it. So Instagram does, but slow and steady wins the race. And, you know, I've always promised myself like I would do it my way. And sure, I could have done a different way and maybe would have 10 times the following, but then it wouldn't be authentic. It wouldn't be real and I wouldn't be happy. So I'll do things my way and the chips will fall where they may. Ooh, maybe I'll go play down by the bay and eat some clay. I just may. Dun-dun-tsh. Yeah. Cool. Well, Happy Gilmore there.
Chlorophyll? More like borophyll.
Wago Lizard, I would love to see you react to older Papa Swolio videos. We do that inside Swole TV for members. We do that inside Nuts on Chin Unplugged. We have a lot of those videos where I react to those older clips. Paul Kaufman, love you, Papa. No homo. Oh, Paul, I wouldn't mind if it was. Well, thank you so much for the love. Thank you.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right. Let's see. Maybe we'll do some of those. Maybe we'll do some Nuts on Chin. Maybe we'll filter some of those out onto the main channel. Maybe we'll do some of those for like the Swolenormous channel. We'll see. What do you say? My beef eats hay. All right, let's see what we got here. We got some ballsy. We got one video. We got a couple of posts. We got a nice little accordion post from these. Check out this one. Now, no one watches this fucking show. No one watches this Sex and the City shit. And this is not about Sex and the City, so don't worry about it. It is, but it's not. This was written by, who's this pink-haired? Look at this chick. Let's just look at her face. Look at her face, okay? First off, just look at her face.
God damn it, I don't know what it is about your face, but
Just
I want
look
to
at it.
deliver one of these right
Look at
in
it.
your suck hole.
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
No,
so you
not
wouldn't-
really. It's your
Like
face.
Batman. Look at me. Look at her face. Look at her hair, okay? Her hair matches the color of the text. And if you don't know, it is fluorescent, what is that? Fluorescent pink? Magenta? It might be a magenta, but her hair matches the color code of that text. Okay, so you might know that they redid or they re-released the show and it completely fucking bombed. Like, it's just awful. Shocker that a reboot of Sex and the City is awful without its like main character, the other chick, the whore. And I think she didn't want to be in it because she's like, all right, come on now, like a 65-year-old woman that's like sleeping around that doesn't really fly anymore. So the show was destined to bomb anyway. I think we all know that. But this is the thing. Forget the show. Check out this opinion article, all right? The title is, and just like that, everyone was still thin. Everyone was still thin. Let's just check this out. All right, let's read a little bit of this. Carrie Bradshaw is back, and the fashion alone is worth applauding. I even enjoyed the hat she wore in episode 1 that looked like a vulva. Jesus Christ. This is what inflation does. This is what inflation does, fam. This is what inflation does. It provides people with jobs that should be just fucking working in a field or something. My God. I like the hat that looked like a vulva. Yeah. All right. However, while the show is clearly ready to tell new stories and has made an effort to diversify with additional cast members, there still isn't body diversity. No body diversity? I'll be honest, as a plus-size woman, I'm disappointed. Man, I'm shocked that this chick is plus-sized. The author is plus-sized, complaining about no fat people in the show? Who would have thunk it? I was ready for a fabulous plus-size woman to lunch and strut with the girls. Why? Why? I should start by saying that I love Sex and the City. I rewatch the series whenever I'm looking for comfort. That sounds healthy. I have seen every episode multiple times, and I even follow Instagram accounts that show me how to replicate the fashion. For fuck's sake. The show taught me about sex, dating, female friendships, and empowerment. Maybe this is why our society's fucked. But I'm also aware of the shortcomings. But I'm also aware of the shortcomings. Okay, hold on. The first series was whitewashed, fat-phobic, and even homophobic at times, and the movies are almost too painful to speak about. Remember when Samantha gained perhaps 2 kilos and Charlotte, Miranda, and Carrie were all equally horrified? You could tell from the first episode of, quote, and just like that this new series was being approached in a more woke and mindful way. Woke and mindful are not to be in the same sentence. That's like saying Hitler and Tea Party in the same sentence. Like Hitler's magic show. doesn't really go together. Carrie is on a podcast. Miranda's acknowledging the Muslim ban. And the supporting cast is far more diverse and reflective of New York City. Jesus Christ. I don't think these kind of, you don't need this much this is Sex and the City. It's a reboot of a show because there's no more ideas. There's no more ideas in this world. Like, the only thing missing is a plus size character. And honestly, after the way they handled Samantha's weight gain in the first movie, it felt like we were owed a fuller figure. To jog your memory, she wore a crop top after gaining a few kilos, and the other characters actually gasped in shock. It's worth noting she was probably an Australian size 10 at most. Australian size 10. What does that mean? What's an Australian 10? An Australian 10? I have more jokes there, but I'll leave it. Let's see. Clearly, the new show is trying to right previous wrongs, or at least show growth. Introducing a fat character that was equally as chick as the main girls feels like a much-needed addition. Really? Really? You need to have a fat girl. You need to have someone who's fat. A token fat person? It's not really token anymore. It's pretty ubiquitous. Particularly when you remember the way the show has handled the topic of fat in the past. Tell me you're fat without telling me you're fat. Tell me you're fat with low self-esteem without telling me you're fat with low self-esteem. Jesus Christ. My God, this person took time to write this. You only need to rewatch the episode where Miranda joins Weight Watchers, or remember when Samantha and Carrie giggled about Big's wife at the time, Natasha being fat in college, to know that the show was not all body positive. I actually recommend you don't rewatch these episodes. They are cringeworthy. I especially wanted to see a plus-size woman in the reboot because I can't think of an example on television where a plus-size woman has been positioned as a fashion icon on the show. Sure, we are seeing more body representation on our screens, but none of the characters are known for being particularly stylish. Blah, blah, blah. While the show didn't introduce a plus-size woman into the mix, it's actually something the public craves, and in my opinion would have been genius casting. Do you think, okay, look, I don't care if you watch the show. It doesn't matter if you know any of the characters. You get the point. Is it something the public craves? No, it's not what the public craves. It's what's being forced down your throat by a small fraction of people that are in control of the mainstream, that are in control of this woke ideology that has infiltrated corporations like Twitter and TikTok and Instagram and stuff. I don't think it's something the public craves at all. At all. I think it's just what's being forced down people's throat, and you're not able to talk out against it. You see, when you have censorship, a small minority can have control because do you think it's, oh, this is what people crave. You're the mean person. Everyone supports body positivity. That's not true. You're just banned if you talk out against it. You're just blocked for bullying and harassment. So you can't even voice your opinion. So all the people that are against it can't even fucking talk. So you're silencing the majority because the minority have the control. You just push a couple buttons and then block anyone that says anything mean. That's not craving. That's not, there's no craving there. That's called censorship. Look at Instagram and TikTok. Both platforms are filled to the brim with plus-size women showing off how fashionable they are. Not on my pages. From sharing outfit inspirations to styling tips on how to make trends work at any size. That's a lot of work. That's an undertaking, let me tell you. So many of these creators have also amassed a huge and loyal following because women aren't getting this content anywhere else. Yeah, why change when you can just change your hashtag? Why improve your health? Why improve your health? Yeah, all right, I'm done with this. All right, I'm done with it. It's good. Let's take some comments. Let's see. Yeah, I've seen Sex and the City. Yeah, with one of my ex a long time ago. I've seen every episode, 10 years ago. I've seen them all. You get into the show after a while, you learn the characters. Yeah, there's some funny parts, but it's hardcore chick show for sure. But I've seen them. John was saying, I've dated a woman back in the day that was a fan. I watched it with her and enjoyed it, but no reboot. Yeah, I've seen them, but it's like, yeah, you know, this is back when shows and stuff weren't woke, they weren't trying to shove an ideology down your throat. If you had like, if they were all, oh, Sex and the City reboot and they're all fat, you'd be like, stop shoving this shit down my throat. That's why when you do the Ghostbuster movie and you have all chicks, everyone knows, you know what's going on. Oh, it's with girls. That doesn't make it good. That doesn't make it good. Like, you can't just remake every male movie with female characters and it's going to be awesome. James Bond is a woman. No, he's not. Just make a different character. Make a different character. Like, do a different one. Do a different one with a chick. I mean, like, if they actually, I don't know how many Dune movies they're making. I don't know how many Dune movies they're making, but, and I didn't see the first one yet, but if you read the books, like all of them, like talk about a series, like if you wanted to really promote, like females, like that's a whole like universe run by women. Like women are the fucking badasses in those books. So anyway, it's like, make different characters, make better ones. Yeah, it's got to be, it has to have gay people or non-binary and all this shit, or it has to be like a black person. Like, you don't want it to be forced down your throat. I don't mind black characters. I don't care. I have Amazon sending me shit about my Kindle. It's like, do you want to, he's like, hey, have you checked out these brand new black stories? It's like, haha, no, I haven't. Delete. No, I haven't. I don't care what color they are. Are they good stories? Are they good stories? Are they good stories? I don't care. Like, I don't care who wrote them. Are they good? Stop shoving shit down my fucking throat based on someone's fucking race. It's like, that has nothing to do with whether or not I should read it or like it. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, then I don't want to read it. Yeah, I don't like being patronized. Don't shove shit down my throat. I'm not an idiot. All right. Let's see. We got a couple tweets here. Or are they twats? We'll find out. This one's from The Real Taco Mama. And it writes, finally, I just want to point out, you choose to quit smoking, but you cannot simply choose to not be fat. Is that written? Is that for real? You really think all the overweight people are just out here going hoity-toity? Hoity-toity? I choose to be fat? What? What?
Matt Damon.
Yeah, you can absolutely choose to not be fat. Has nothing to do, you can stop quitting smoking, and you can also stop eating so much goddamn garbage food, and you can exercise. Yeah, you can absolutely choose to not be fat. You just got to take care of your health and change your habits. So, yeah, I do think all the overweight and fat people and obese people are choosing to be fat. You know why they're choosing to be fat? Because of their habits. They're choosing to make all those little micro decisions that are leading them to an obese lifestyle. It's absolutely true. Next one. My God. Lauren Strapagil. Oh, a blue check. This has got to be good. At Lauren Strapa on Twitter. I want to talk a bit about how fucking awful COVID has been for fat folks. We've basically been told we're walking time bombs, assured that we're more likely to die in this pandemic. Lauren, I'm not sure where your last brain cell went, but you are more likely to die if you're obese. Yeah, I think we know now that COVID replicates in fat cells. You are more likely to die. You know how we know? Fucking numbers. It's called data. Yeah, it's called data. You are more likely to die in the pandemic. You are more likely to die from all causes. It has been off. Yeah, COVID has been awful for fat folks. Guess what? Guess what's also able to be changed? Whether or not you're fat. It has been awful for fat folks. It's all about risk stratification. It's been awful for elderly people. If you're over 80, it's been really awful. If you're obese and extremely unhealthy, it's very awful. If you have comorbidities, yeah, it's awful. Shocker that a virus is awful for sick people. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh,
Matt Damon.
fucking idiots. Oh. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Isn't it shocking how stupid people are? Shockingly stupid. All right, we got, oh my God, we got Pumpkin Face again. We got 2 videos. Pick a number 1 or a number 2.
What's in the
Come on,
box?
fam. Number 1 or number 2. Pick a number 1 or number 2. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Look, you do have a choice. I love how it's like, I can't just choose to not be fat like you're flipping a switch. I'm not going to be fat anymore. What? How do you even come up with that? Of course, you got to change your habits. But guess what? If you're eating that cheeseburger, you're eating those Doritos, you're not exercising, you're getting poor sleep, you're on Twitter stressing yourself out all the time, you're eating that, drinking that soda, you're drinking that mocha choca frappa fuccuccino. Yeah, you're making choices. Those are all choices. You're making thousands and thousands of choices every day and every week and every month and every fucking year. That led you to be fat. So change those choices and problem solved. But no, love me the way I am. Well, COVID doesn't give a fuck. The flu doesn't give a fuck. Heart disease and diabetes doesn't give a fuck. All right, we got a bunch of 2s coming off the bat. We got a bunch of 2s. Let's go. We got Michael. Michael, number 2. Kathleen, number 2. Cerny, number 2. Gina, number 2. All right. This is Thin Privilege. It is Pumpkin Face. All right. This says, this is a reply to a TikTok comment. And the comment says, okay, don't make fun of someone because of what they look like, but thin privilege, you're high. All right, and this is Pumpkin Face.
Let's talk about thin privilege, since you seem to think it doesn't exist.
Aww.
Thin privilege is posting a dance video on this app and not getting a bunch of comments about how you should exercise more or change your diet. Thin privilege is sitting down on a bus or an airplane and not being afraid that you're not going to fit into the seat.
Fucking hell, we're back with this goddamn bus or the airplane. That's not thin privilege. That's just being a human being. If you're too goddamn big to fit on a seat that is made for all of mankind, then it's on you. You're doing something. You're an anomaly. If you're that huge, and let me just tell you something. Airplane seats aren't comfortable for anyone. Okay? Airplane seats have deflationary privilege. Okay? If we have enough seats on a plane, it's not as expensive. Okay. If you want a really comfortable, fluffy seat, guess what? The plane's going to cost more. The seats are going to cost more. Everything's going to cost more. More space, it's going to cost more. So you want to keep costs down or do you want to be comfortable? All right. This ain't first class. This is a fucking plane seat. If you can't fit in it, either pay more or lose weight or drive. Yeah. Pumpkin Face is also talking about thin privilege is posting a dance video on this app and not getting a bunch of comments about how you should exercise more or change your diet. I'll tell you what, that's not thin privilege. That is putting something out on the internet. You're opening yourself up to critique. If you don't want comments like that, don't post videos. I post videos and I get negative comments. Do I have thin privilege? Do I have thin privilege? No, I just post something out there and there's a comment section. People can say lots of things and they certainly do. Guess what? I have the choice whether or not to look at it. So I could post something and then turn off my fucking phone. Or I can look at all the posts like, oh my God, people are telling me to lose weight. People are telling me my hair sucks or to trim my fucking beard. Happens all the time. It's my choice whether or not to act like a little bitch about it. Okay, let's continue.
Not being afraid that you're not going to fit into the seat.
Okay.
Thin privilege is walking into a clothing store and knowing that you will physically fit inside of the clothing.
Wow.
Thin privilege is going out in public and being able to eat and not be criticized by passersby.
Who does that? You're going out to eat and someone's walking by like, you fat fuck. Doesn't happen. Very rarely does that happen. Oh, people are looking at me and thinking things in their head. Yeah, they always are, whether or not you're obese or not. They're always thinking about other people. That's what humans do. You're always assessing danger or you're assessing people. It's called people watching. You look at other people and you have thoughts. It's always going to happen.
For eating. Thin privilege is a very real and harmful thing that we all have to work to combat.
No, we don't.
And that starts with not using fat as a derogatory term.
It should be a derogatory term. If it's used properly, if you are fat, you're fat. Derogatory, let me tell you something. The word fat, if you take it as derogatory, it's not an insult unless you take it as an insult. It's also factual. If you're fat, you're fat. It's descriptive. Fat in itself isn't bad. We all need fat. I eat fat. Okay, I have fat. How much fat do you have? It's term. It's called language. It's called slang. You get the point. You're obese. You're not healthy. You got to get rid of it. You have too much extra human on you. It's not necessary to carry around hundreds of extra pounds of flesh. That's not good for you. Okay? Now, you can take it as derogatory. You could take it as common sense, logic, and observational, and then make changes to adjust that. Like, if you are that sensitive, because people are going to be thinking about me in public, then don't go in public. People are going to think about me when I'm eating. Okay, cool. Stop thinking about other people. Stop thinking about what other people are thinking about. If someone does say something rude to you, then that person's a piece of shit. Okay? Straight up. You can't control what other people are thinking. You see what? You see honey buns? You see? You can't control what other people are thinking. This ain't an authoritarian state. You can't control what other people are saying. Just because you don't like what other people are thinking doesn't mean that you have a right to control that. Okay? I love how this is the same guy who's like, I can't talk about this because I'm a thin white male, a cis white male. What a fucking grifter. This toolbox is just literally, you're not fat, you're thin. Oh, you're such a warrior. Such a warrior fighting for the victims of oppression. Such a strong man. Such a strong man. Jesus Christ. Look up jabroni in the fucking dictionary. All right, this one is called boost metabolism, and we'll wrap this up here.
If you want to boost your metabolism, then try this exercise 100 times a day while you're sitting down, before you eat, after you eat. It's really going to help boost your metabolism and digestion.
What the fuck just happened? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
What is that?
Oh my God. I didn't expect that. I thought there was going to be like some kind of content there. What? What the fuck was that? If you're just listening, this Asian chick in a towel, she has a towel on her head. I don't know. She had like a towel, like she's wet hair. And she's just banging her wrists together. I'm going to watch that again. I have to see that again. Hold on a second.
If you want to boost your metabolism, then try this exercise 100 times a day while you're sitting down, before you eat, after you eat.
Let's not smash my wrist together. Boost my metabolism? What, by causing like blood clots or something? Just smash your wrist together. What the fuck are you doing with yourself? Jesus Christ, woman. My God, you are a nonsensical little poopy pants.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Eat a fucking steak and go to the fucking gym. Come on, man. Come on, let's go. Let's go. What was that?
What is the best move to silence a woman?
All right, fam. It's time for our Swole card. Holy fucking shit. I think we know where this is about to go. Remember, join the SwoleFam today over at SwoleNormousX.com. We have our accountability meeting. We have an accountability meeting on Monday. On Monday, December 20th, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Remember the round table from last night. The live call with the SwoleFam is available now inside Swole TV, so you can catch the replay. Also, let me see if I have that. Also, make sure that you are ready for our Swole Year's Eve party, our new Swole Year. Where's my button here? Let's see. Swole Year party. There we go. And this is going down on December 29th. I got to remember to keep on talking about this because it's coming up fast. Wednesday, December 29th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, live in Swole TV. Join the fam today over there at SwoleNormousX.com. And like we talked about it earlier, it supports the show. It supports all the content. It supports everything that we do here, staying independent and, not at the whims of any of these authoritarian platforms. We are doing things our way, and the vulnerabilities are non-existent. We are getting it done no matter what. So all memberships help support the show. And of course, you get access to all the private content. Go and check it out. Marissa, I wish Chantal would rejoin the fam. I really fucking wish she wouldn't. How about that? I wish she wouldn't. No, we tried that once, and all right? No more poison inside the Swole fam. We'll keep all the poison out, all right? Let people self-destruct on their own. If they don't want help, they don't want help. Otherwise, she can join. She can join. She can pay, and she could pay, and she could join. All right. No more freebies on this one. No way. Not a chance. All right. Today's fuck that shit. All right. Today's FEF card goes to, congratulations. We got Shane Needs Our Help, and Shane is our winner of today's Swole card. Shane needs to FEF all that bullshit. So everyone go and comment. And reply to Shane. This is inside the Telegram chat. Make sure you go and let Shane know that he won today's Swole card. Shane, congratulations. Welcome back to the fam. And we're glad to have you back again and glad you're focused and hope you stay on it this time. We are here to support you. So FEF all that bullshit and you can look at this card. Remember to stay on your game. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2051, the subject, your mailing address, and the body of the email. Famwise, make sure you go and reply on Shane's post. Let him know, tag him, blow up his shit. And we'll be back here tomorrow for Swole Slut Saturday. Thank you so much for being here. Let's nut this beesh. My God, it was a show and a half. It was a show and a half.
First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face.
What a show. Make sure you share the podcast. Share that shit. Share that shit. Share it, motherfuckers. Share it far and wide. Share the Mancast. You beast. They can't stop us if you share it. They can't stop the shares. They can't stop. They can't stop the shares, motherfucker. Oh yeah, making it happen. Making love to that keyboard. Oh fuck yeah, bro.
I got hairy legs.
Oh yeah.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
That Hansel's so hot right now.
Undefeated.
A fair guidance. He was making me absolutely crazy. Ever served in a forward area?
Have you ever served in a forward area?
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it would straighten and then watch the hair.
He's got hairy legs.
Come back up again.
All right, got the quick release spool. Nailed it. Yeah. No vein. Huh? There we go, baby. Undefeated with that vein. It's so thick and so girthy. I have to like back off a little bit. Every single time I have to back off a little bit more. Otherwise, I'm going to clip those keys. I have to just get right to the top. Oh my God. Fam, thank you so much for being here. Make sure that you are subscribed. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you can. Leave a review. Check out all the links in the description, show notes down below. It helps a lot. And again, like I always say, share the podcast. It's a fun time. I think a lot of people need more knowledge cock in their ear holes. Don't you? Especially after reading some of those shit posts. My fucking God. We need to spread the gains. Thank you for being here as always. And we'll see you tomorrow on the same time, like 10, 11 o'clock. I will Swole text you as well. That's another benefit of joining the SwoleFam over at SwoleNormusX.com. You get alerts. You get Telegram, Discord. You get Swole text alerts. I will let you know when the show goes live. That way you'll never miss a live cast. And of course, learn more, free downloads, membership information, all that over at SwoleNormusX.com. All right, tomorrow, Swole Slut Saturday, 2052. See you there. Peace, McGeese, Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. What the fuck is you saying? What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah. Whoa, my shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my